In retrospect, I probably didn't realize at the time what the great advantage of attending the University of Massachusetts in Amherst was for me, but looking back, I would say that providing me with an opportunity to succeed in business and in the world beyond is what UMass did for me. I think it's very, very important that those of us that have achieved financial success, that we remember where we came from.
I think students want to feel like they're part of something that's got some history and has some success stories behind it. You know, and everybody wants to be part of a winning team. And I think Paul and the board has been doing a good job of kind of bringing together some of those stories.
He's one of probably the most passionate alumnus that I've ever met.
Paul's the kind of guy that if someone on LinkedIn who just graduated 2 years ago reached out to him as a fellow UMass alum and said, "Can you help me out?" Paul's one of those guys who'd be willing to bend over backwards for them just because they went to the same school.
Paul has a way of being really contagious about his donations and his philanthropic giving. I think it mostly comes from his authenticity and his passion.
Paul has been an amazing mentor to me over the last 7 years, and I can't thank him enough for his willingness to help me in my role to be successful, to provide what's needed to the 5 campuses, particularly to UMass Amherst.
Paul's gift, he's very passionate about education and he really wants to make an impact, whether it be business or teacher education.
Right now I have 8 different doctoral students involved in research because of Paul's contributions. His impact is far-reaching. I mean, not only the cafe that people go every day, but also the gift that he's given is affecting a lot of people's lives.
The Paul J. Carney Scholarship has meant the world to me. I came from a small village in southeastern China. Had it not because of the scholarship, I would not be able to pursue any part of my college education overseas.
And my mother was a public school teacher for over 20 years. You really don't have anything if you don't have education. Educators are probably on the wrong side of the financial spectrum in terms of value for what they contribute.
He's become a real friend of this college and in the College of Education, where there's not a lot of money, we don't have big donors, we don't have a lot of, our graduates are teachers. He came in here and saw the new building and was asking why we didn't have an auditorium, why we didn't have a central space to kind of carry on the work of the college.
Everything else was actually renovated, but the auditorium. He saw that an opportunity to then honor his mother by actually providing the seed funds to get that renovation started.
I have great pride in what's transformed here on campus since I've left. The national recognition and reputation that we've achieved as a university is a tremendous sense of pride.
To the championship game.
He not only made a challenge gift that allowed us to get to $100,000 for UMass hockey, but he also challenged others to step up and make gifts which will impact our program not only this year but in future years.
As a head coach, having people like him who believe in you, have big visions, but then get behind you and support you, not just financially, but also emotionally and physically. Paul's been at numerous games. It's people like him that make my job really rewarding.
He has high demands. He expects his university to function well, be successful, and serve the students well.
I wouldn't send a check until I get a phone call. I liked to hear a student's perspective of what was transpiring on campus. I'd keep them on the phone probably longer than they wanted to be. I wanted, to hear what was happening.
It teaches me that philanthropy doesn't mean just writing the check.
Giving begets giving.
Paul's philanthropy really does extend well beyond money. It's really a sign of, I think, Paul's commitment in the future of this college.
The ultimate goal is to give to a place that is going to turn around and make it a better place for the kids who are graduating. They're going to get better jobs, be successful, come back and do it for the next group of people at Isenberg.
The return on investment is limitless, and the dividends that are paid are endless.